Step on it. Stanfield beats that train at the crossing, it'll cut us off. Can't explain this to the cop. Let's get out of here.
That's my partner's car. He was surely killed.
Yeah, it looks like that to me. Let's look over there for him.
Stanley.
I'm badly hurt, Van Dorn. Get me to a doctor, quick.
Give me your name and address. I'll explain this to the train crew and see you fellas about this later.
My card.
Okay. On your way.
Stanfield's sure tough to survive that smash-up.
Well, we gotta get him. Snap into it.
Get that doctor, Van Dorn. Let's go on to your beach place.
But you're badly hurt.
I was just a trick to fool that cop.
That cop evidently frightened away those crooks.
I'll bet they didn't go very far. There's a car speeding up on us. I'll hold up.
Getting away from us.
Marvelous.
Well, you lost them. Yes, but we haven't lost your bonds. They're right here in my pocket. Well, what do you think of the place?
Say, this is a wonderful hideout. And just the place for our scientific experiments.
And the advantage is that nobody knows of this secluded spot. Neither the law nor Barnett can find you here until we're ready to meet that trumped-up murder charge.
Oh, that's fine. I don't know how I'll ever be able to repay you.
You have already repaid me. If it hadn't been for your part in our plans, the Vanishing Ray wouldn't have been possible.
Professor, you're too kind.
Come inside. We'll look it over.
trace, huh? Stanfield outsmarted you. Well, find him. And bend on. Men don't vanish into thin air. And I don't want any more cock and bull stories about any vanishing shadow. Yeah?
There's a young lady to see you, sir.
What's her name?
She wouldn't say, sir.
Wouldn't say. Send her away.
Yes, sir.
Wait a minute. Tell her to come in.
Yes, sir. Will you come this way, miss?
Would you be seated? So, Miss Gloria Grant, huh? It has taken you 10 years to come to your senses and recognize your father. The poison of hatred instilled into you by your mother must have...
We'll leave Mother's name out of this, please. I'm not making a social call, Father.
Oh, still reluctant to acknowledge the relationship, huh? What brings you here? An interview for your paper, the Tribune, I suppose.
My business concerns a young man.
The young man I saw you with 2 days ago?
Stanley Stanfield.
Yeah, well, the police will take care of him.
Mr. Cadwell is here, sir. He says it's very important.
Cadwell? Alive?
Tell him to wait.
Yes, sir.
Well, since you have important business, Father, I'll run along.
Just a minute. What did you come here for?
I got what I came for.
Listen, Gloria. If you interfere with my plans, I'll forget you're my daughter and...
Use the same methods with me you used with my mother?
Oh, Miss Barnett,
Get inside. Who's downstairs?
Badger and Kent, sir.
Tell them to follow that young lady and give me a full report at once.
Very good, sir. Listen, Badger. There's a young lady coming down in the elevator. Yellow dress, fair hair, checkered tie, brown shoes.
Cadwell, we'll have to forget about Stanfield's bonds and everything else and concentrate on getting his Tribune stock so that I'll be prepared to vote it within 10 days in order to get control of the paper. The board of directors...
Yes, I know. If we don't find Stanfield, I could fix you up some proxies. Of course, you'd be taking a pretty big risk.
Here she comes.
Otherwise, even with the stock in your possession, you'd have to figure a way to get Stanfield's signature.
Well, forget about the proxies. Find Stanfield. I know how to get his signature.
But, Mr. Barnett, you wouldn't...
Find him, I tell you. Put every available man on the job.
Now. Let's put on your coat. The conductor is showing. Now, what do we do with it? Well, we'll tuck it in here. We can adjust it later. There. Now you could walk into any room and be conspicuous by my absence. Well, let's try it out. See what it looks like. What about the shadow?
Move down the room. No, it still shows.
Eliminating the shadow is merely a question of getting the right wavelength.
Yes. And once we have that completed,
We'll have the power in our hands to break Wade Barnett and that whole gang.
we'll be present at every secret meeting they hold.
And with the Tribune behind us, we can bring every one of those men within reach of the law.
The law. You and I will be the law. Judge, jury. And executioner.
What next?
We got to make a full report. Barnett thinks she knows where Stanfield is. Let's go.
Surfside, 711. This is Miss Grant. May I speak with Mr. Stanfield, please?
Stanfield?
It's Miss Grant.
Oh,
Are you sure you can trust her?
oh, absolutely. Besides, she'll have important news for me. Hello, Miss Grant.
Oh, Mr. Stanfield, I have glorious news for you. Mr. Cadwell was not killed with that shot. He is alive. I saw him less than an hour ago in Mr. Barnett's office.
Cadwell's alive.
Alive? Then it was a trick to get your Tribune stopped.
Wait a minute. Well, that's certainly great news, Miss Grant. Well, now that I know the police aren't after me, I'll come right over and see you. We can take a little walk and talk things over.
Well, you're safe from the law, but remember, your enemies are outside the law. Better not come in daylight. Wait until evening. That's fine. See you at 8 tonight.
Hide somewhere and watch this place. While I phone Barnett.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. I'm cleared. Miss Grant said she saw Cadwell alive in Barnett's office less than an hour ago.
In Barnett's office. What was she doing there?
Well, I don't know. Well, Professor, surely you don't suspect her.
Oh, no. I just wondered. I was about to demonstrate my destroying ray. Now, you see that flower? It lives, breathes, just like other living things.
Why, it's completely destroyed.
You see, the pot remains. My destroying ray attacks only living cells. Now, if a man had stood there...
Professor, why do you use a brain, an intellect like yours, to invent agencies of destruction?
Ah, but think what it would mean to an army. Our army. It would save while it destroyed.
I know, but why don't you think of...
You were about to see Miss Grant. Take this along, and if you should meet your enemies, they're at your mercy.
Oh, no thanks, Professor. I know what it is to be wanted for murder. But explain it to me.
Gladly.
You learn where Stanfield is hiding?
No, but I learned Stanfield will be at that girl's house, 8 o'clock tonight.
All right, kid. You stay where you are. I'm sending Dorgan to meet you. Stanfield will be at that girl's house at 8 o'clock tonight.
Who is the lady?
Never mind. But don't forget, she is not to be harmed. You'll take a woman with you and...
Can't understand why you insist on going with me.
Because I need you. And don't want you to fall into a trap.
All right, let's go.
While you are starting the car, I'll lock this up.
That's a good idea. That's much too dangerous to be lying around. Well, don't be long.
Hello, honey. Is this where Mr. Jones lives? No, you've made a mistake.
No mistake, miss. We've got business with your friend Stanfield, and if you don't mind, we'll just wait.
And the quieter you keep, the better it'll be for both you and Stanfield.
Operator, give me the police. Operator!
The phone's not working, miss. We took care of that.
If it's Mr. Stanfield you want, he isn't here.
But he will be.
and we're willing to wait. Take her over there.
Come on.
Put out some of these lights, Kent.
Come on in, Mr. Stanfield. Gentlemen.
We've been waiting for you, Stanfield.
A trap. I was afraid of that.
Get in there where we can look you over. Now, you better come along quietly, Stanfield.
Well, you have the best of us. I guess all we can do is go.
Look out! Get a hold of me there! Hold you, fellow!
I'll burn you to a cinder.
Help me, Dorgan. This devil's trying to kill me with this infernal machine. Turn it off, Van Dorn. You'll destroy us all.